This is going to be a real short follow-up video on the one more MK802 Bluetooth headphone, and the reason I'm doing this little follow-up is to clarify three things that were not on the original video. This will be real quick. Isolation and leakage, and the little button on the bottom. That little button on the bottom, which is, let's see, right here. This is the last little button. There's the on-off button, volume up and down, start, next, previous, and this little button on the bottom is for a one more app that will allow you to do some tuning and some other things for this headphone. Now, I haven't used that. I am not going to download the app. You can try it if you like. I'm sure it's free. But the thing about this headphone is it sounds so good. It sounds so close to neutral, with a nice warm musical sound that's also free of peaks and all that sort of thing. There's no reason for me to mess with the sound at all. It's fantastic. And but anyway, if you wish to, that button is there and the app is out there, so there you go. Isolation and leakage. The leakage in here is very small. Nobody would ever notice in even a slightly noisy place. But if you're in a very quiet place, let's say in a library or at work where nobody's making any noise at all, extremely quiet, and you play music at full volume, I mean really loud audiophile volume levels, a person sitting right next to you or in the next cubby hole would possibly hear just a faint amount of music coming from it. But again, it's a very, very low leakage, so not an issue for most people. The isolation is very good. I hang out in a park, which is next to a busy freeway, and in fact, part of the park is under the freeway bridge where I am right now, and this camera might even be picking up some of that noise. But anyway, it's an extremely noisy place. And the isolation is good enough here that I can use this to play music that has details in it and feel pretty comfortable listening to that music for details and not be bothered much by the background noise. So that's good isolation. It's not as much as a, let's say, the Bose QC35. But then again, there's a little trade-off there with the Bose QC35. Not only do you have to pay twice as much, but the DSP, to get to the Bluetooth on the QC35, of course, noise canceling has to be on because the switch goes right through that. And with noise canceling on a Bose, there's a background hiss that the DSP adds, and also the DSP equalizes the headphone because it doesn't have a whole lot of acoustical padding in it, and so you get a kind of I don't know, artificial kind of sound with that. It sounds pretty good, but after a while, it's going to sound artificial. But here, we don't seem to have that kind of DSP here, and the sound with padding that they do put in here makes for a more natural sound, more musical, and it's really good. And I wanted to cover those 3 points, and that's all I have to say on this little follow-up. This is probably, considering it's Bluetooth, it's bargain of all time. You've got a $200 retail price. You've got a very strong build with metal ear cups and so on. You've got Bluetooth. You've got a very neutral response. Everything's really good. So that's it. One more MK802 Bluetooth. Thank you very much.